Morning. Hello. Where are all my goddesses? Well, good morning, baby girl. How are you? I just asked the question, where are all my goddesses? And you pop up. Awesome. I'm just going to hang out for a few more seconds. If you're live with me, I'd love to get a wave from you. Let me know who you are, where you're from. You don't have to tell me, Rhiannon, I know. But you're more than welcome to comment. um, yeah. And if you're watching this on replay, I would love if you just hit that hashtag replay. Let me know you got a chance to view it. That would be awesome. Whether you're on Instagram or on Facebook Live, either way, just say hello. And so that I don't forget, if you find today's episode on intentions valuable to you, and you may think there might be somebody else who could use it, I would love if you would share this episode, this video with them on replay. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's wonderful to be with you all today. And this is episode 6 on Thriving Thursdays. So welcome to Thriving Thursdays. I'm going to go with Daniela. Good morning, whether it's Amelia or Daniela, I don't know, but either one. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So today's episode, Intentions, how to set yourself up for a magnificent day. You know, everything that happens in the universe, everything begins and starts with an intention. We get the vibration going, we get the energies going, and that just spreads out into the universe. So, what actually is an intention? An intention is a creative power. It's one of the best creative powers that you have. Emilio, brother, okay. Hi, honey, how are ya? So, intentions are these creative powers that we have within us, and it is really our superpower, our way of letting the universe know exactly what we want. However, the universe isn't going to probably respond very well if you ask for something really harsh, something to happen to somebody else that's not joyful. Not that you can't ask for other people's joy and glory, but if you're asking for somebody else's demise, then it's not going to work very well. So it's a very creative power, intention. It's an aim or a plan that we have, goal. I choose to define my intention of what is my purpose. And that's why I do these Thriving Thursdays. My purpose is to help ignite the flame of all of you that's already there. You know, we flow around and we fly around the word empowerment a lot. I'm going to tell you a secret about me. I don't believe that I can empower anyone else. I believe everyone is already empowered. All I am is the reflection of that empowerment that is in you. So I want to live in an inspiring life. Yes, fire, girl, fire. I want to live an inspiring life. So my intention is to inspire me. I inspire me. And when I'm inspired, it reflects onto you, and then you get inspired. So I want you to know that your superpower of intention is already within you, knowing your why, knowing what you need to do to create that purpose. I had a post today, perfect timing. The post up today is to know your why. And your why is your passion. It's your passion. Your mission is to share that. My mission is to share the power that is within me with you. So that's what today is really about. So, purpose, what is intention? It's an aim. You're aiming for something greater than already is. So many of you with me today, I know, have fabulous lives. You live wonderful. I'm here to tell you there's always more. And there's always better of even that greatness, because that's the universe's way of evolving. We just keep moving to the next highest and best level for ourselves. And one of the ways we do that is with setting our intentions. For me, my intention when I set it, and I'm going to talk about how I set intentions and hopefully share with you ways that you can set intentions for yourself. However, I ask the question, how do I want to show up in the universe today? How do I want to show up in the world? How do I want to show up with my friends? How do I want to show up with my family? How do I want to show up with the stranger? How do I want to show up with the cranky pants that's behind me in line at the grocery store and I'm stumbling through things and they're getting impatient? I don't know, I'm just thinking there because I probably have experienced that at some time in my life. I've experienced a lot of people impatient with what I may be doing. How do I want to show up to them? That's how I set my intention. I first ask the question, how do I want to show up in the world today? Period. When I show up, when I ask that question, how do I want to show up in the world today? That goes without saying. How do I want to show up with friends and family? How do I want to show up with other strangers? Well, I'll be darned. Good morning, big sir. Love you back. And, so I'm all about how do I want to show up. Do I do this perfectly? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. But I do the best I can on a daily basis to show up from the intention of I want to be inspired in life and be inspiring. That's it. I want to be the best example of living life large that anyone can see. Because I've been given such a gift called life. I've got my breath. For those of you, and everybody on here right now already knows my story, so I'm not going to spend a long time on it. But for some of you that may be joining me for the first time, you may not know, on June 25th, which happens to be my daughter's birthday, on June 25th of this year, I underwent my 4th open heart major surgery. And here I am sitting here with you today. I am alive. I've got my breath. I owe. Ooh. Wow. I owe the universe. I owe my higher power. I owe the God of my understanding. I owe that to show up as the best me I can today, because it gave me that gift. It gave me the gift to continue. Wow, wasn't expecting that one. It's not in my script. Wasn't expecting that one to come out. But you know what? I never really plan. I write bullet points, but whatever shows up for me, because I do an intention setting before I do these shows. So whatever comes out is what's meant to show up and come out, because that's it. Okay, so I asked the question, how do I want to show up in the world today? Because as again, everything starts with an intention. If I set an intention to hurt, damn, am I going to get some crap flying after that? I don't want to go into too much of the, you know, negativity of circle, because that's just not for today. Today is uplifting. Today is about being inspired by your own self. Oh, I love that one. Woo, woo. Be inspired by your own self. I don't need to inspire you. That's that empowerment that already lives within you. Allow that to show up. Ooh, that was good. Rhiannon, write that one down, girl. That was a good one. So I feel the best way to set an intention is to create a ritual of intention setting. And I'm going to tell you what most studies have shown, and I'll tell you what works for most high level people that are really producing in our world today is a morning intention. You know, everything happens in perfect timing, and my episodes have been scheduled for a long time. I've written the topic down, I've written, you know, the caption to go with it, and then I will do my bullet points when I'm ready to do the show. Good morning, Goddess Connie. Nice to see you. So I'm talking about a morning ritual. But anyhow, real quickly, I'm going to jump back that I had planned this episode for a while. This was scheduled 4 weeks ago. And the other day I started reading Robin Sharma's book, The 5 a.m. Club. And doesn't it talk about morning rituals and early morning? I've been an early morning riser for years because I was nocturnal for many years. In the beginning of my life, the beginning of my working life, I worked in bars, I worked in restaurants. I didn't get done until really like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. Back then I was a partier. So after the bar or the restaurant I worked in closed, we all would go to the all-night places. And I wasn't getting to bed till 5, 6 o'clock in the morning and then sleep until 2 in the afternoon. That's not how I live my life today. I am up at 5:30 every morning. It just started, you know, it started for me years ago where the universe God source would just wake me up. And I have my morning ritual, but I want to talk about the intention setting. So before I don't know what you're laughing at, Rhiannon, but I'm sure it's at me. No, it's not. It's with me because, girl, you lived it too, you know. So anyhow, Rhiannon happens to be my daughter, and I just adore what's happened in her life for her. And it's amazing. And she's very inspiring in herself. Keep your eyes and ears out for her. She is working her way into becoming a health coach because she has had an enormous journey of learning to take the best care of her body that she can. Oh, you're laughing it up all night? Girl, you know that one. So anyhow, keep your eye out for Rhiannon Jackson. She's hitting the road and she's going to be big. And she's helping me with that. So anyhow, morning ritual. Create a morning ritual of setting your intention. You know, it doesn't mean a whole big, oh, I got to do this for an hour. I'll tell you, my morning ritual is an hour. I spend an hour or more every morning in prayer, in meditation, in journaling, in writing my gratitude list, in all kinds of stuff. So I just want you to know that I'm going to keep this really simple for you with the intention setting. My intention really happens before I get out of the bed every morning. As soon as I open my eyes, I'm usually in a state of, rah, because life's so big right now, and it's like, what do I got to do? And to bring me back, I use a mantra. All of life comes to me with joy, ease, and glory. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. That's an intention of how I want life to flow. But then once I'm up out of the bed, I sit in that quiet and I sit in that stillness and I ask the question, how do you want me to show up? How do I want to show up in the world today? I want to show up with joy. I want to show up with vibrancy. I'll tell you, I'm just going to share it, and this isn't ego, but it really sparked that what I do really works. Because here I am I'm 62 years young, and I get quite often, you don't look it, and I sure as hell don't act it. And that's because of the patterns and the rituals that I have been using in my life for almost 30 years now. I keep myself as vibrant and energized as possible. Again, going through the medical conditions of 4 open heart surgeries, I have really learned deeply how to appreciate every single breath that comes out of my mouth, every single air oxygen that flows in through my nostril. I don't take it for granted. So let's go back to keeping it simple for you and keeping it simple for all of us. Here's a way to create a morning practice for yourself. You can do all, you can do one, you can do none. I don't care, whatever works for you. The best and most important thing you can do to have a magnificent day, because let me tell you something else that some of you may not know. We only get today, if we even get the full day. No one is guaranteed tomorrow. How do you want to show up in the world today? Not tomorrow, today. That's why we do an intention setting ritual every day. Every day. So here's a couple that are really practices that are really great for people. So mantra affirmation, set a mantra. As I said, before I get out of the bed in the morning, I repeat 10 times. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. I say this almost every episode, but that's the power that brings me to a place of vibration to where then I can connect, because I know the universe is going to provide me with ease, joy, and glory because I've asked for it. Ordering from the cosmic kitchen. I know what I want in life. I want to feel alive. I want to feel vibrant. I want to feel energized, and I want to feel inspired. So I'm asking the universe, provide ease, joy, and glory to me. And I get that in return. So a mantra, pick your own. There's many out there. Create your own, whatever works best for you. Meditate on your intention. I take that time to meditate on that question. How do I want to show up in the world today? And sometimes it's, how do you want me to show up in the world? Because I'm communing at that time. It's more like a prayer time. I'm communing with the power that's greater than me, my source, the universe, that lets me know this is what I want from you today. And then I can continue to set my intention. There's also, how do I want to serve myself, my highest and best? How do I want to create in me a life of joy and ease and glory? And then when I can serve that, then I can serve you. Because people, we are here as human beings to serve each other. That is the universe's, source's, God's greatest gift. I've put you here to serve. When you listen to or follow or pay attention or study all of the great sages of the universe, they all were in service to others. How do I want to be a best service to myself and to others? So I help with that. And asking how to serve others is great for our mental health. If you're in that really dark place, ask, how can I be of service to others? And watch the shit just open up and lift and fly and party. Yes. Asking for what you want and then letting it go. We all have desires. We all have values. We all have these traits that we want, and we want certain things out of life, and we ask for them. However, then we turn and we want to know, well, how's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? Who's going to do? No. We ask for what we want in faith and in trust and in knowing that it's going to happen because the universe always says yes to us and we let the outcome go. Sometimes it takes years for that to show up. I'm just moving into what I have been processing and been in the process of maybe 15 years. I needed to go through some things to get to where I am today. There you go. Ask for what you want and then let it go. Also, set reminders. So I set my intention every morning to show up into the world as the best me I can, as the greatest example of inspiration, of enjoying life and living vibrancy, and then the day gets going. And guess what? The toilet clogs and I'm late for this meeting because I jumped on an emergency call with somebody else and I'm running and the chaos begins and I forget about the intention that I just set an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours ago. So if you have one of those kind of watches, I don't wear watches, I don't care about time, but if you have one of those watches that has alarms on it, set an alarm. I can't bring my phone because I'm live on Instagram too, and I'm using my phone for that. But that's where my timers are. Everything is set on my phone. Set those alarms, set those reminders, set those timers. Every hour and a half, every 2 hours, every, 4 hours, whatever you want it to be, a reminder, and then have your mantra written in there. What is my intention? How do I want to show up in the world today? Today, I want to show up as the best example of me I can. Set those reminders. Here's another one. This isn't a morning one, but it also can help set for the morning. And it's writing your intention down at night on a piece of paper and then taping it on the headboard of the bed. And if you don't have a headboard, on the wall, or have something on the wall where you can just stick it to that and have it right above the crown chakra, because when we're sleeping, our crown chakra really opens up, and that's where the universe funnels down all of its desires for us. So set the intention the night before, and if you don't want to tape it behind your head, then just leave it on the nightstand. It's still right by you. Set the intention at night, and then you can wake up, and it seems to be much easier to create the intention and to figure out what the intention is in the morning when I've the night before written something down. I don't always do that because I'm in a pattern. I just heard something today again. I was listening to something from Robin Sharma. I'm like obsessed with Robin Sharma right now. And I was listening to something, hold on a sec. I just got something that I think is, yeah. So Rhiannon writes, I have an app that sends me a positive affirmation every hour for me to read and acknowledge. Beautiful, beautiful. I invite you to turn that into your own intention. Because see, what happens is we take outside sources. That's not what is connecting for us. That's a beautiful thing to have. And I love that. And that's great if you're just starting with affirmations. Love it, honey. Thanks for sharing that. Take those for yourself and ask, is this what is the highest and best for me? As I'm moving in further and further and wider, and my following is getting expanded, I'm finding out more and more that it's about my internal, and I have a very unique special sauce, as we all do. I heard another great quote this morning from J.K. Rowling, and it said, oh goodness, there will be some who love you, or to have some to love you, you must have some to loathe you. And so you need to really start figuring out, who am I authentically, and what is my special gift, and what does the God of my understanding, higher power, source, universe, what does it want from me, and not what someone else is telling me to be. Get into your true self and live from that. So, okay, I went through all the steps of what you can do. And some of the rituals, again, I keep it simple in the morning and I ask the question, how do you want me to show up in the world? How do I want to show up in the world? I know how my higher power wants me to show up in the world. I already know it. I just had to get rid of the junk out of the way to show up. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I did. Wow, it was really long too. Um, but it was a fiery one. Thank you, honey, for the great advice. You're welcome. You know, just whatever, it's my uniqueness showing up. And again, I'd really appreciate it if you got value out of this and you think there's someone else in your life that could use this information. Please share these videos with them, whether it's Instagram Live, whether it's Facebook Live. Just share it out there. I think we all need to know that we are empowered already. We have the power within us to move mountains. We just have to open up to it, allow it to show up by setting our intention of how we want to live purposefully in this life today. So there you go. You got it for today. As always, thank you for joining me. And you can always find me on Instagram at Coach Karen Drosnis, here on Facebook at Karen Drosnis, and I got a couple of pages. Again, I'll put it in the comments. Please share with anyone that you know. I would love for the word to get around and inspire others or help others to feel their own inspiration in them, because you already got it. Big love to all of you. Talk to you soon.